Same way for airdrop. Oh yeah, airdrop was a very interesting mechanic. Um, the thing is that it was very very strong, and so they only had it on like a couple specific units, right? Ah, today's the last day, huh? Man, I was crazy over this game for a while. It'll be missed. Yes, indeed, Junk Brush. We are all crazy over this game. Ooh, do we keep Vesperian Might with this hand? Well, the dream is to mulligan these into like maybe a Snow Chaser or something. We can maybe do this. Hmm. Hmm. There. Oh my God, this game so good. This game, like, despite everything, despite like all the crazy metas we ended up in, which are partly our fault, that even though because there's no way to predict exactly what decks are going to be strong, or maybe there's certain things that you think are good but aren't viable, but somebody finds out a way to like make them really consistent and it becomes really strong. Uh, hmm. I could go Wintertide, which ain't bad. Yeah, Wintertide is not bad at all here. Spirit Call. Duelyst for sure, probably one of the all-time greats in my book. Alexa play Despacito. So much more skills involved than in other card games. Nearly 1,000 hours of playtime. Oops. Alexa heard me. Alexa, no! Alexa, stop. When a meme goes too far. I always thought it was ahead of its time. Considering how hard it is to make card games, and this was Counterplay's first game and they tried their best. Hope Godfall goes good for them. They did so much right in designing Duelists. Even basic mechanics like replacing cards and hero powers were amazing. And yeah, in a lot of the good features that came from Duelists was also based on feedback from the community, where the developers, especially in the early days, had a really good track record of ritual banishing on my 2-drop. I'll take that all day. But they had a really good track record of implementing something and seeing where it ended up and then changing it based on feedback from the community. For a while, the Duelist community was actually really spoiled when it came to counterplay, like balancing things, that they actually had to like ease off a bit. Um, let's see what's in the box. Ooh, Hydragarm. That's interesting. I should have maybe an argument could be made for just summoning Glacial Elemental last turn because it sets up for a combo to clear my opponent's development this turn with like Wintertide. But Hydragarm also pressures them because of the Blood Surge, dealing 1 damage to enemy minions and its row and stunning. wherever my opponent summons something, because I have Hydreigon on the center tile, I can move up or down and still get that stun off. Hydreigon is very, very strong. It's just that I've had this carry me before, but it's just hard to get to stick because its base stats are terrible. Impervious Jago. Ooh, they decide not to attack there. So Impervious Jago, whenever it's attacked, it gains +2. So I can just do Wintertide, Kinetic Surge. If I do Glacial Elemental, I could just turn it into a bear, to be honest. Because I can just do this to deal 1 damage to one-shot it like that. And then step around. If I move this down, it boxes in my opponent too. Near my Vespers. This one's protecting the Glacial Elemental, and this one is blocking my opponent. And now I have a Wintertide Kinetic Surge combo for next turn to deal 6 to whatever my opponent plays. Impervious Jago is also a surprisingly good card. If you're running a deck with a lot of threats that runs your opponent out of removal, then if Impervious Jago sticks, they just have to sit there. Because it's a provoke that... Ooh, Ritual Banishing. Do they kill the Hydreigon or the Glacial Elemental? Hydreigon. Oh, that was cute. I've never seen Hydreigon's death animation, or rather, I don't think I've ever paid attention to it. The way it, like, goes into a pool of water and then sticks its head back out. Like, even the animations and stuff have so much personality in this game. Once again, I'm calling in the chat for Umbrella. I'm a big fan of the lurkers in the community, and I'm glad that he stopped by. But I do seriously need to ask him a question. So, yeah, Wintertide clears the board. I have Vesperian Might, which isn't lethal quite yet, but... So, I want to move this here, then do Wintertide. Kinetic Surge, arguably a little bit better there, but I'm just going to put the Crystal Cloaker down because I can. I probably am supposed to Kinetic Surge, just in case my opponent has some sort of AoE here. And welcome to the stream, Egmar. And you know what sucks too? There's going to be a subset of people who heard about the shutdown and decided to try the game out potentially, just because they kept hearing about it and putting it off, and they're like, oh, I might as well play it before the servers go offline, and then it like really clicks with them, and they'll get so upset that like they didn't play this game for so long. But you are hella dead, aren't you? Alright, she used to buff stuff in her hand and not on the field. Yeah, Kara's old stuff. And also, Kefir Baron, I'm glad to see you. Welcome. I was looking through some of my old art assets the other day while I was working on a project, and I happened to stumble across the casting desk screen that I made for the tournament we casted together. It was called Rookie Brawl 3. I remember that we were reminiscing about that the other day, and I couldn't remember the name of the tournament that we did. It was called Rookie Brawl.